Hey guys, Munsingin here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video, and so today we are going to talk about the potential of the EX part for the anniversary. Now this is something that people have been talking about for a little while. I haven't really made a video talking about it because I wasn't concretely aware of all the different information, so shout out to the boy Proton for sharing some of these tweets that he made that I think I missed. But we're going to talk about not only the theory of the EX part, but what we could also see in the EX part as well. Just a quick one before we get into the main topic of the video here. I want to give a shout out to everyone who has been checking out the channel during the anniversary. We've been having a lot of new people come through the channel, and as you can see from the YouTube analytics, almost half the people watching these videos during the anniversary are not subscribed to the channel. So do go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. We are getting so close to getting to 30,000 subscribers on the channel, which will be an awesome milestone to hit by the end of the anniversary. So if you've been enjoying the content and want all the future Dokkan content, not going to stop covering this game anytime soon, then do subscribe to the channel and yeah, enjoy the rest of the video. So we got this tweet here from Proton, the EX part theory. The following home menu banners are scheduled to end on March 18th, which is obviously Saiyan Day. You've got the Dokkan Fest, like the banners, the Extreme Z Dokkan Fest, the Dokkan Chronicles, obviously the event where you can only use the yearly characters, and then the Dream Technique event is the weekly link level thing that you can do 3 times, right? Also, the challenge event for Dokkan Chronicles, that is shown there. The growth event, Soaring Spirit Clash Between Rivals, which is the daily mission you can do where you can get the EX skill orbs for successors or Earth Protecting Heroes. In the database, they were scheduled to end on March the 6th, and that was one of the things that was removed, like the Anniversary Memorial Stone, after that thing with the quote-unquote leaks from the data download. When a bunch of stuff came out that they didn't want to be revealed straight away, and then a bunch of stuff got taken out of the data with the next data download, which of course led us to speculate, you know, whether we were actually going to be getting the memorial stones or anything, until of course they officially announced the Purunga campaign thing, right? So some stuff being extended, seemingly either till the 6th of March or the 18th of March, which is Saiyan Day. And then there's a secondary tweet. The following home menu banners are scheduled to end on Saiyan Day as well. But these are the ones for, like, you know, the stuff about the Purunga campaign, that's directly related to the anniversary. The Extreme Z support campaign, that's related to EZAs from the anniversary. And then the EZAs themselves, right? So this could imply, with the 10th anniversary Extreme Z Awakened support campaign, that could imply that we're going to get more EZAs, because they've been dropping like an update for this every time we get these EZAs for the anniversary, where you're then able to get a bunch of like Hercule statues as a reward for doing the EZAs. Because of course, one thing we kind of know, and especially this can hit you if you're like a newer player, is that the EZAs do cost a pretty decent amount of Zenny. So they put these things in every now and then for these big celebrations, so that doing the EZAs, because there are so many, you get a bunch of that Zenny back, right? So these have been extended. I'm not sure, I don't think this confirms that like the anniversary itself, like officially, is going all the way till Saiyan Day, because we would expect, I think around the, is it the 6th or 7th of March, which is when this date here, where these events were originally scheduled to go away. This is where we would expect to see the post-anniversary Dokkan Fest, although I believe Captain Ginyu, in the year that he dropped, was essentially part of like the EX part of the anniversary. We got like the surprise EZAs for the 4-year Super Saiyan 4's, and then him as well, like pretty much within like a week. So the new Dokkan Fest could still come out while we are technically in the EX part of the anniversary as well. But what else are we going to see as part of the EX anniversary? Now, the fact that the EZA thing, as I already mentioned, is still around means that some EZAs could definitely be on the cards. And there are a few things that we have had some hints towards already, because of stuff that we know is in the game and stuff that we are able to see in the game literally right now. And the first one of those two things is something that we talked about. I say two things, there's a few things. The first thing is one that we talked about in a video a little while ago, when we were all sort of panicking, wondering if maybe the 7-year EZAs were going to get bumped, which obviously was not the case. We now know that like the actual 10th anniversary roadmap image that we were shown has been completely filled out. However, if they're going to do an EX part and throw in some bonus stuff, the thing we talked about in a previous video is obviously the fact that we have this thing in the Training in the Clouds shop for the Proof of Mastery, where these two characters were given EX skill orbs that you could buy from that Proof of Mastery shop. And the big deal about that is obviously the fact that on the live stream, the reveal for the anniversary, where they talked about the Training in the Clouds event, they said that the EX skill orbs that you would be able to get with the treasure item are for characters who are going to EZA during the celebration. Now, that could have been a bad translation. It could have meant like after this celebration as well, like, or in a future celebration. But the translation that they put up, because remember, it wasn't like an auto generated by YouTube. The video itself had subtitles that were made by them, right, like on the stream. So the subtitle said that it would be for characters EZAing in this celebration. And the Training in the Clouds shop had EX skill orbs, or has, if you haven't bought them, because I've been using that stage to link level, so I've like cleared out the shop, but had EX skill orbs for this physical GT Goku and the AGL Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. Now, Blue Evolution Vegeta obviously has an EZA, which means he would be getting a Super EZA, which is kind of wild considering he is a category leader, like a 170 leader. That would be so... you know, that would be wild for a 170 category lead to be getting a Super EZA when we haven't even gotten an EZA for a 120 lead yet. And of course, with him being a Pure Saiyan's lead, obviously Super EZAs don't increase their leader skill, but that would certainly make him a really, really good secondary leader for some of these big teams. I know we're moving into, especially with the difficult content, 220 being where it's at for the leader skill. But, you know, if you're missing some of these big ticket LRs, or you really want to get all of them on the same team, right? Having a straight up Pure Saiyan's 170 lead, especially if he does get a really strong Super EZA, would be kind of wild. Now, he's the one that I think is the least likely out of these to get a Super EZA, but like I said, they said in the stream that these units, these EX skill orbs are for units who are going to EZA during the celebration. Now, when it comes to the physical GT Goku, he makes a bit more sense, right? He's one of the few units from 2021 remaining that doesn't have an EZA. He fits the theme for, like, you know, the Super Saiyan 3 to Super Saiyan 4 Goku leading Giant 8 power for 220, and that team still needing some buffs in order to really be like a top tier team. Although the interesting thing is they didn't obviously put in skill orbs for the Vegeta, so it would be kind of weird for them to EZA the Goku but not EZA the Vegeta. However, if we are going to get an EX part that officially gets announced with, like, you know, it will have its own extra missions and stuff like that, then we could see them add the EX skill orbs for this Vegeta into the Training in the Clouds shop, and then it would make a lot more sense, and both of these guys are going to get EZAs, right? Because it doesn't really make any sense. I don't think they've ever done this before, right, with a dual Dokkan Fest, where they would EZA this Goku and not EZA the Vegeta. So if he's going to EZA, I would assume they're both going to EZA. But only the Goku has EX skill orbs available in the Training in the Clouds shop at the moment. So obviously if we see the EX part officially begin and they add more stuff into the Training in the Clouds shop again, and it includes EX skill orbs for this guy, then I feel like that kind of, at least for me, soft confirms that they're going to EZA, but obviously we'll have to wait and see. But the other thing that they did add with the last lot of skill orbs, because they put in skill orbs for the LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, they put in skill orbs for Namek Goku and Full Power Frieza, but they also put in EX skill orbs for this Gogeta. We know that the STR Gogeta gets his own unique skill orbs, who got his Super EZA from the anniversary event, because he's an anniversary LR, but this Int Gogeta has his own EX skill orbs in the Training in the Cloud shop now as well. And I think for him, getting a Super EZA makes a lot more sense than the Blue Evolution Vegeta. Like, both of them are tied to the anniversary, right? We got a new Gogeta, we got a new Blue Evolution Vegeta. With this guy, it's more so the fact that he's just such a recent unit and is a 170 lead. But Gogeta is, of course, one of the original 120 lead meta characters. And I think we've got all the 70% lead Super EZAs now, apart from STR Omega Shenron. So this guy, I mean, they gave us the first 70% with the Super Vegeta and Buhan before we got Tech Cell. So they're not going in order of the leader skill metas. So this guy getting a Super EZA, I think, could definitely be on the cards, especially with those EX skill orbs being in the shop for him. And that would obviously be very interesting, because we already got the STR Super Gogeta Super EZA, which is very, very good. And this guy has really good potential as well, right? He already has dodge chance built in. He's effective against all types. He raises defense on super. So this is the thing with Super EZA's not changing the super attack effect. If he gets additionals and stuff in his passive for his Super EZA, having that raised defense on super will be really, really good. And then he has, the dodge chance. If he gets an orb, 1 rainbow orb is how he gets the dodge chance. Extra attack with 2 rainbow orbs and a high chance to crit with 3 rainbow orbs. So imagine if they, change that to high chance to dodge, give him some extra stats, and then give him the ability to create rainbow orbs. And obviously, ideally, throw in a way for him to get an additional as well. Like, he could be insane. The Super EZA STR Gogeta is really, really good. Now, I'd be in two minds because we got the STR Super Gogeta EZA. If this guy Super EZA is in this celebration as well, it's like we're kind of throwing all of our Gogeta eggs in the same basket, right? And then we don't have another Super Gogeta to Super EZA or EZA for quite some time. But it would still be pretty hype if this guy got one, and it was very, very good. And like I say, EX skill orbs for him are available in the Training in the Clouds shop. So, this guy has them, this guy has them, this guy has them. This guy does not yet, but I think, if we're going to get an EX part and we're going to see some EZAs, I feel like we could see them added for this guy, and then these two will EZA. So let me know what you think. Like, at least these 3 definitely have these orbs in the shop, which they said, again, on the stream, the orbs are for characters that will EZA during the celebration. Now, if we're going to say that if the EX part gets added and we see like a surprise, like we get these EZAs where they actually add the Vegeta orbs into the shop, and then that kind of will hopefully help to confirm that him and Goku could be getting an EZA. But one thing that could be very interesting, and I don't think would be related to Training in the Clouds, because they also have their own skill orbs already from another event, is remember how when I mentioned at the beginning, I think it was the 6th year with the surprise EX part, because we got the EZAs for the 3rd year LRs, but then they dropped the EZAs for the 4th year LRs as well, which I think nobody really expected. And something someone pointed out to me, right, is that we got these characters that got temporary buffs leading up to the anniversary, right? We got the 3rd year, 4th year, 5th year, and then, the 6 years didn't because they'd already EZA'd by then. The 1st year LR, units, they weren't LRs then. The 1st year anniversary units, Super Gogeta and Int Gogeta, they did not get temporary buffs before the anniversary. And they super EZA'd during the anniversary. So who else didn't get temporary buffs before the anniversary? The 2nd year anniversary headliners, the STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku and the AGL Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. And they also, like Int Gogeta, are 120 leaders, and they were the very first ones. So what if, as the big hype surprise finish for the EX part, these guys get super EZAs? Because, as we say, all these other anniversary units, they either got pre-anniversary buffs, got super EZAs, or were new enough, like the 6 years and now 7 years, to have normal EZAs, right? Whereas nothing was done with these guys at all. So if you own these 2 units, they've sat in your box for a long time, not really doing anything. And as we've already said, when it comes to thinking about Goku and Vegeta, Giant 8 Power is a team that still needs a lot of buffs to be a top tier team. So imagine we got the super EZAs for these 2 guys as well. I definitely don't think it's outside the realms of the possibility for being like the big hype EX part, like ending, for these 2 to get their super EZAs, and they would have the potential to be very, very good, because even with their normal like kits, like Vegeta greatly raises defense for 1 turn, immense damage, raises attack 30% for 6 turns. Like once you start getting some additionals and stuff into these guys, they could be crazy. They both have a medium chance to counter enemy super attacks. But imagine if, they put 7-year Gogeta from 50% up to 70%. I could easily see them putting these guys from 30% up to 50% to be in line with some of the other, like the lower percentage chance counters that we have. So that would be absolutely crazy. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Of all the stuff that we could see, potential EZAs or potential super EZAs, what would you like to see the most? Which one do you think is the most likely? Which one of these that I've mentioned do you think has absolutely no chance of happening at all? Honestly, for me, I feel like these 2 are potentially going to be the most likely if they add in skill orbs for you. Gogeta has those skill orbs already, so I think it's going to be fairly likely for him, potentially. This guy's the only one I'm shaky on, because he has those skill orbs that they said, but he's a 170 lead. That seems kind of crazy. I almost feel like these guys getting the surprise Super EZA at the end is more likely than Vegeta, but who knows, because Vegeta has those skill orbs. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Would you love to see these guys Super EZA as the EX part? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Nick again. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.